Hello, and in this video I will teach you how to restrict access on your WordPress website for free. So before we begin, I just want to give you an example of how this works. So let's say I come to your website and you have 3 courses that you offer, 1 free and 2 paid one. So I choose to take the free ones. So I register, and when I do that I get a role, and this role is a subscriber. This is by default. So your job is that you have been restricted access to the course, so only subscribers can see it. So let's say I want to buy course number 2. Then you have to restrict the course number 2, so only the role of course number 2, this name, can see this course. And then you have to put that role to me. So in this video, you will first download 2 plugins, Members and Ultimate Members. You can do that right away. Then you will have to create a role, and I suggest that you make a role with the name of the page you want restricted. Then you have to restrict the page and give access, and maybe you have to go to settings and click on anyone can register if you haven't already done it. And in the end we will make a menu so you can log in and log out. And I have a tip here, like if you want to send automatic mail for people that register without paying, that's one way. And you can also send mail with the login information. And the reason for that is that you have 2 kinds of people. You have one, the person that comes to your website and sign up, and by doing that it becomes a subscriber. So now you can have access to the free course if you have made that. And if this person later chooses to buy a course, then you can go to users and you can just select, for example, course number 2 and update the user. And then we have this other person, and I have seen that this is actually more common. So this person comes to your website and it pays for the course right away, but without creating a user. So your job now will be to create a user for this person. So you have to make a username, put their email, and copy the password and put it into that course they have been buying. So the user role, if they bought course number 1, then you check on that. If they bought course number 2, then you check that. And then you send it in the mail to them so they can access it. And if they buy another course now after that, then you can just go back up here and, for example, take course number 3 and update the user. So this is how it works. After I've been downloading the 2 plugins, then you can go to Ultimate Member and create pages. In this video, I will not give people the opportunity to edit their own profile. I will only give people access to the course that they've been paying for. So if you haven't paid for any course, then you will not have access. And if you want to let people edit their own profile, then you can do that under Appearance here. And if you want me to make a video on that, then let me know. So let's get started here. There are a few things you need to change here, and there are some things we don't need to care about. So the first thing we want to do is to go to Users under General, and then you can uncheck automatically redirect author page to their profile, then take this away and save the changes. Then we can go to email, and here you can click on the name account welcome email. So when someone register to your website, then they will get this message, and if you want to change this, then you can do that here. And for example, you can send them to a landing page or whatever you wish. So it's not much more I need to tell in the Ultimate Member here for now. Like I said before, if you want me to go through how to make a profile for people, then I can do that, but this is not the goal here. So you can go to user roles. So when someone subscribes to your page, they will automatically become a subscriber. This is a default setting. So what we want to do, click on subscriber and scroll a little down. And here you can see registration status, so you can auto approve, or you can choose to require admin review, so you have to accept them before they get but if they're going to get a free course, I think auto approve is okay thing to have. And where they will be taken after registration. So you can change this from redirect to profile, because we don't want people to go to any profile. We want them to go to the, in this case, where we have the courses. So redirect to URL, and you put the URL here. And the same you do after login. So every time they log in, then redirect them to the right page. So now we want to create a user or a role. So we go to members and roles, add new. And in my case, I want to call this course 1. And I think it's a good practice to call the course the name of the page you want restricted. And make sure it's on read here. And it's only checked on that one by default. So add role. So we can add more roles right away if that's needed for you. So I will create one more, and this will be course 2. Add role. Before we restrict the pages, I just want to go to this page here where I have course 1, course 2, and course 3. And if I go to course 1, so this will be the page of course 1. And this will be a free course, and I will give access to everyone that subscribed to this page. And course 2 and 3, those will be paid, so it will be a little different access here on who to restrict. So for the first free course we want to offer, we go to pages and we find the course we want to restrict. And then you just scroll down and you can take this one away until you see restrict access to this content. And then you check that one and it's on everyone, that's by default. Then you change it to logged in users. So only logged in users can see this content. And you want to put subscribers. And what happens when users without access tries to view this content? So then you can choose to either show a message that you has to edit, or even better, you can redirect the user to a page where it can pay, and then you can give access. So here you put like custom URL and you put it here where you want to send them. So with that you can update, and now we want to make access to course number 2. So then you find, so that will be this one, by the way. So this is the course we need to restrict. So here, It's the same process. Find the course, go down, restrict access, logged in users, and here it will be course number 2, and we update. And of course you need to redirect them if they don't have access. So when you've done that, then you can update. And I don't have made a role for number 3, so I can do that now. So we go to member and create a new role. And this will be course 3. And add role. And now we can go to pages again. Go to course 3. And restrict. Then you take logged in users, course 3, and again redirect the user or show a message that they don't have access and update. Now it's time to give people some access to your courses. So what we want to do, give access to the first and the second course, but not the third one. So since the first one is supposed to be free and the second one the person has been paying for. So we go to users, and this is actually important here. If someone has been paying for your course already but they haven't created a user, then you have to do it for them. So users, add new, and you have to make a username, email, and put into that course they have been buying. So if they were buying course number 2, now you will give access to that, and since course number 1 is the subscriber, then they will also get access to course number 1. But if they paid for course number 3 also, then you add that as well. And by the way, you can see send user notification. So sometimes if you uncheck this one, and if you have subscriber on, it still sends them an email. So I suggest that you take away the subscriber if that's needed. Like when someone pay for a course, okay, then you can take away this one and just give access to the course that is needed. And then later you can send a personal mail to them where you have the username and the password. And they can change this later, so nothing to worry about for them. And if someone has already made a user, so they're already a subscriber, then you can just click on the name and you just scroll down. And if they have been buying another course, then you just give access here and update the user. And next time they pay for another course again, then you give new access and update. So that's how you do it. Now we want to make this menu so we can log in and log out. And then you go to appearance and menus. And under pages, you can view all, and then you find login, log out, add to menu. So I already have one here, so I can remove that. And you also want to edit this one. So who can see this menu link? Everyone. Then we want to put only logged out users. Okay, and we do the opposite on logout. So only logged in user. So now if you are logged in, you can only see log out, and if you are not logged in, then you can only see login. So save the menu. So now let's give this a try and see if it works. So I have to log in, take the username and the password, and log in. So if this is right now, I should have access to the first two and not access to this one. So let's see. Okay, this one is fine. This one is fine. And here I don't have access. I haven't been redirected them. That's why it's a little ugly here now.